Hello lovelies, welcome to your August readings on this beautiful day at the beginning of July. It's Lorien here and I'm just going to be bringing you these readings for each sign. You can check out your rising, your sun and your moon sign if necessary or if you feel like it. The good news is that my noisy neighbours, my very noisy neighbours, have actually gone on holiday now for a week. So I'm able to bring you these videos very early because it's all nice and peace and quiet and I don't have to do this in spits and spots. So that's wonderful for me. Hopefully it's going to give you enough time to prepare for August as well. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, my email's below. I would love to hear from you, and as always, your subscriptions, your comments, your likes, everything that you interact with regards to me on my Facebook page and my Twitter, it's very appreciated. The response has surpassed anything that I intended when I actually brought out this channel, so I just want to thank you all. I am sorry that again I don't have a video camera. Things keep cropping up regarding bills and things, so I do apologise for that, but so long as the message is getting out there and so long as the readings are still resonating with people, I am going to continue to do it this way, at least until I'm able to get a better webcam at least, which is actually able to fine tune and fine focus the actual footage of the cards. So thank you for your patience with me. Thank you for sticking with me and listening to my guidance every month. And I do hope that August is very good for your sign, whichever you are. Hello lovely Cancerians, this is your August reading for 2015. Thank you very much for tuning in. As usual, we have the 4 cards across the top of the spread here. Each one represents approximately a week for the month of August. We also have the card below, which is the Oracle card representing the overall message or theme for the month. Now, this was, the way I actually drew these cards was incredibly interesting to me because 2 of these cards actually faced the other way when I was drawing them out of the deck, and that doesn't normally happen. It normally comes out pretty much standard, you know, face down, have to turn them over, but these were literally presenting themselves to me. So I do feel that there is a very important message for August for you, saying that your sensitivities are actually going to come to the surface this month. You're very intuitive anyway, but I would say that there's an element here that means you're going to really connect and feel the changes happening in the world. Now, I'm being told to tell you about the world card first, so that's how I will do it for you. The world here, I don't know the meaning of the actual oracle cards because that actually eludes me, but they're drawing this to me to say that there's going to be a shift and you're going to know about it before it happens. This could be Saturn going into Sagittarius in September, or this could be something to do with something else on a major scale. But I do feel that the majority of you who actually practice spiritual services, psychic services, who do this on the side, or who dabble in their own form of witchcraft or any kind of spirituality that you may have, or you pray with your angels, anybody who's connected to this, basically reading things or reading insights into other people, body language, empaths. Cancerians are basically one of the most psychic and intuitive ones of the zodiac. This is going to change things. This card seems like it's a sign that you're not only going to find your place in the world, I think it's also a sign that you could find you questioning your place in the world. And whenever this shift does happen, you are going to be very intrigued by it. You are going, as far as I can sense and as far as what I'm being told, you are going to be naturally drawn into things. You're going to be you're swimming in the vast ocean of the universe right now. That's what Earth is. It's kind of one of the fish. If you think about the universe as a whole ocean, then we're a tiny, tiny fish. But we can still feel the current of change and the current of whatever's happening around here. And this seems to be the message that's coming through for you at the moment, Cancer. It seems like it's something that you may be telling people. You know when you say you feel it in your water, or I don't know, I just feel like something's going to happen. You could even say you feel it in the force. That's what's going to come through for you. I mean, I already feel that September's going to be a very big month, but I have no idea what's going to happen apart from Saturn going into Sagittarius, and it's my personal Saturn return. I don't know whether that's it. You may be able to shed some light on that for me, and if you do want to give me a heads up as to what to expect, do comment below, because I'd love to know. But in general, it feels like this is your main message. The World card is your main message. They're even saying that I don't have to bother with the rest of them, but I am, because it's not right for the rest of you. But it's just kind of to say, do take good care of watching where you're going and watching what's happening. Not necessarily the news. I don't know whether it would be reported on the news, but it's just a case of being aware as to what's happening around you. Now then, the Four of Wands in the first week of August seems to be coming through saying that you are on some solid foundations, or you'll be finally finding a sense of grounding that you need. I would say this is to do with a project or some kind of work ability that you are going to be moving forwards. Also, I would say in your spirituality, there's something that seems to be being stabilized here. Perhaps it's your own enforced point of view that you feel comfortable with. I know a lot of people say no, for instance, real witches don't do this, real witches don't do that. This person, or if you belong to this group, you have to do this to be considered a genuine person, or, you know, whatever. I think this is the week you're probably going to be more settled in the fact of where you stand in those kinds of sectors. I think your own beliefs aren't going to be too much of a worry for you in that week. And it does feel like the energy is quite an easy one. I also think this is when you could be finding yourself going out a lot. You are going to be using nature as your healing platform, and I do feel that nature has a lot to give you. This is kind of something that they're asking you to do, I would say, in the first week of August, is reconnect with nature any way you can. Even if it's planting a few seeds, try and get in contact with the natural part of yourself to try and get in tune with certain things. In the second week, I would say, with this strength coming through here, it's quite important for you in many ways to let your voice be heard. This seems to be coming up against adversity for some reason. You are going to be feeling like you need to speak up against certain things. You will want to defend certain things, either your own points of view or other people's, if you feel that they're being bullied. And there is a sense as well that you are going to be able to balance that. Not just because the Two of the Pentacles in the third week, I do feel in the second, with this Strength card, it is about finding that fighting spirit in some ways. And maybe you get given a challenge by either your guides or your angels or whoever you work with. I do feel that there is a challenge on its way, but you are going to meet it head on, and you are going to be very strong towards this as well. You're not going to back down in many ways. So let's get on to the third week, Two of Pentacles. It's almost like your ship's coming in, and again, I think this came up for another sign. It's the energy coming through is a strong dolphin energy. Dolphins are all about playing. They're very trying to speak telepathic. They do communicate without the need for speech, so to speak. There is a sense that they instinctively know what's wrong with humans. They instinctively know what's going on. It's almost like, you know, for instance, in the beginning of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, they all know that something's going to come up and blow up the world, and they all, you know, fly off into space. So I think that's kind of representative of you. You're going to feel that the shift is coming, the balance is out of whack almost. The traditional meaning of the Two of Pentacles is not applying to you here. This is something about you understanding the way of the world and how this is now being unbalanced. You may notice it in your own life first of all. I think you're going to notice with other people. You are going to notice this with other aspects of it as well. And whereas you may be trying to restore that balance, the further you get into that, the further you read into the true meaning of what's coming up for you. The Lovers is the second card to be presented to you face up when I was actually dealing with this deck, and it was again dolphin energy. Look at that in the background. So it's all about trust. This is not about ascension, however much it looks like she is ascending, but I would say that this is all about being trusting, and the partnerships that you have are going to have to be very open and honest in this week. I do feel as well that a lot of love is going to be shared, but it's also about the balance of masculine and feminine within yourself. It is the card of Gemini, and I would say that it's about the sense that your mundane and your spiritual self are as one. Your masculine and feminine self are as one. You are working in tune with yourself and whatever is out there that you communicate with, the universe, or just a sense of spirit, if you refer to it as spirit. Whatever you believe in, this seems to be a case where you can feel you connect to it. First, you look at things as you are their servant. This is kind of the spiritual side of it. You look at things as your servant, then you look at it as a student, then you look at it as a friend or a confidant, then you can look at it as the lovers, because you're on a very intimate place, basically. And I feel this is kind of where you get the level up, so to speak. You do feel like you know more things and you are more intimate with people on a deeper level. A lot of friendships and communications are going to grow in this week because you feel more like you know yourself as well. So overall it feels like you're part of a bigger picture here. It's not just a general month for you, it is something where you're going to have your intuition on tap. You may even be able to pick up some things and freak a few of your friends out. If you say, oh, by the way, when's the baby due? And they haven't told anybody that they're pregnant, and they've only just found out themselves. It's going to be that kind of month. You are going to be on fire when it comes to this shift. And again, it'd be handy to know what happens, because I would like heads up before anything major occurs. But do let me know any experiences that you have throughout August. If you'd like a personal one-to-one reading with me, just email me at the link below. We'll see what we can do together. But if you'd like to just purchase a general framework where the content of the readings already laid out there, just purchase from that and I will be able to respond to you ASAP. But do get back to me, tell me how you find August, and I do wish you the best of luck as interpreting this very challenging month.